Hi everybody and welcome to Makeup Monday. So we're going to do a special series for the next 5 Mondays. We're doing some Splurge Cream Shadow Sets. And so I'm picking out some randomly. So for this one we are going to do Defiant, Majestic, and Hopeful. So when we are done with the tutorial, this is a beautiful look we will have created. Alright, so let's get started. First things first, we want to make sure we prep our face. So I've went ahead and cleansed it with Illuminate Clear, which is now the Pore Purifying Cleanser. I toned with rose water, which comes in a beautiful purple packaging now. I used my Divine Daily Moisturizer, which is also in a new packaging, is in a beautiful purple packaging now. I used our brand new Instant Lifting Serum. I'm in my 30s, so I've noticed my eyes droop a bit, so I really need to use this to give myself an instant lift. Glorious primer to get our face ready. By the way, it also comes in a beautiful new branding and a beautiful black bottle. And now, eye primer. So I'm only going to apply eye primer on my right side and not on the left, because I want you to see the difference when you apply primer onto your eye versus when you do not apply the eye primer. Remember, it's eye primer, not to be confused with the face primer. Alright, so first things first, we're going to get the color Hopeful out, and we are going to apply it with our cream shadow brush, the best brush to use with our cream eyeshadows. Since the brush is made out of high synthetic fibers. Alright, so I grabbed a little bit of Hopeful, which is a beautiful glittery pink, and I'm applying it to the lid of my eye. And pay attention to this eye right here, which is the one with the eye primer. Just look at how bold the color came on and how it popped out. Now you'll notice I'm going to apply the same amount of makeup on both eyes so that you can see the difference between the one with the primer and the one without primer. Remember, the right side is the eye with primer. Just look at how beautiful that pink is. And now we are going to go in with the color Majestic using our cream shadow brush. And Majestic is a beautiful royal purple. I'm going to dab it on the center of my eyelid to create a beautiful halo effect. Going to apply a little bit more, and as I'm applying it in, I'm going to blend it in to my lid for a beautiful flawless look. Now I want you to notice you can also achieve a beautiful bold color without the eye primer. However, with eye primer, it's much faster, it's much more instant, and it allows you to use less product as well. So now I'm going to get the Crease brush out with Defiant Cream Shadow, and Defiant is a beautiful bronze color. I'm going to apply it on my lower lash line and bring it all the way up and around into the crease to create a beautiful transition color. And now let's do some on the other eye. Now we're going to apply our foundation. We're going to do a little mix. I'm going to use my Beachfront Body Bronzer in Hermosa and mix it in with my liquid foundation in Cashmere. So I'm applying a little bit of the bronzer in the center of my liquid foundation brush and my liquid foundation on the other part. Now remember, you want to shake your liquid foundation for 30 seconds vigorously so that all the ingredients can mix. Now I'm just spotting it on my face, and now we're going to blend it all the way in. Now it's important to do your eyeshadow first, that way if you have any shadow that falls when you put on your foundation and your concealer, it will clean anything up. And the reason why I'm using body bronzer on my face is because I want to create a beautiful natural highlight glow. And the foundation neutralizes it back to my skin tone. Now remember, you want to apply your foundation all the way down to your neck so you don't have that weird foundation line that stops at your jawline. Next, let's do the eyebrows. Very important since they frame our face. Using the spoolie side of the brow brush, I'm going to brush my brows up. And now I'm going to use the brow pencil and I'm going to outline my eyebrows first. Alright, and next we're going to get out the brow gel, which is a filler to our brows. If you plucked a little bit too much, no worries, this is your miracle. We're going to brush the opposite side of our hair so that our brows can catch on to the fibers, and then we'll go back out and smooth out our brows. So as you notice, I'm going opposite, and now let's smooth it right back out. And just look at that instant brow. So now I'm going back to the brow pencil and I'm filling in the rest and darkening up the rest. And don't worry if you messed up at all, I'm going to show you a little trick how to clean up the brows as well. I guess this is what they call brows on fleek. Alright, so now let's get out some concealer in the color Organza, which is 2 shades lighter than me. And pay attention to how very little I apply and how a whole lot comes out. It's also important that if you apply makeup with your fingers, that you use your ring finger anytime you apply makeup on or around your eyes. I'm going to put down a little bit on my nose to create a highlight. I'm going to get out my smaller blending butt and we're going to blend it all in nice and beautifully. And remember to apply this as an upside down triangle to blend in beautifully with the rest of the foundation. And in just a moment, I'm going to apply a little bit more on my face as a highlight. You're going to see me apply some down the bridge of my nose, on my cupid's bow, and on my cheekbones, pretty much any part that the sun naturally highlights. But before we do that, let's go ahead and clean up our eyebrows. I got my concealer brush out with a little bit of the concealer. And now let's clean up under the brow. And I'm also going to use this concealer as a brow highlighter underneath the brow bone too. So if you ever mess up, this is how you can clean up your eyebrows. And to keep a steady hand, make sure your elbow is placed on something steady like a table. So now let's clean it all up and create that beautiful highlight underneath the brow. And now, as I mentioned, I'm going to apply concealer on other parts of my face that the sun naturally touches. Now I'm going back to the color Majestic with the crease brush, and we are going to apply some of this royal purple underneath on the lower lash line as well with the Defiant color. As I mentioned, Defiant is a bronze copper-like color, so it's more in the warm tone, and Majestic is more in the cooler tone, which is why it's a perfect combination. Alright, now it's time for some eyeliner. Let's get out our liquid eyeliner in the color Perfect, which is the black liquid eyeliner. I absolutely love the felt tip. It makes it so easy to apply this eyeliner flawlessly. And I'm just going to wing it out just a little bit. And now let's do some on the other eye. Just look at how easy it glides on and how beautifully precise it is. And hey, that might be why they call it the Moonstruck Precision liquid eyeliner, because it's just that precise and beautiful. So let's clean up that wing a bit before we move on to the next step. And now we're going to apply our Beachfront bronzer in the color Hermosa, and I'm going to apply it with our blusher brush, which is also made out of 100% real hair. And I dabbed it on the center of the bronzer, and I'm applying it now on my cheek as a substitute to blush. And this is a perfect blush, considering that I've already put some of the body bronzer on my face in the color Hermosa to create a beautiful natural glow. So it's only fitting that I use also the Hermosa powder bronzer. So now I'm going on the matte side of the bronzer to shadow my face, and we're going to do some contouring. So the matte is the darker side. I'm just applying some on my head and on my jaw and neck to shadow some parts of my face to make my face appear thinner. And now we're going to go on the shimmer glow side of the bronzer powder and highlight parts of my face like my forehead, go underneath the blush and above on the cheekbones, down the bridge of the nose, and on the cupid's bow. So anything that the sun touches naturally. Now going back with the color Hopeful, we're also going to use this to also highlight our face. So I'm going to apply some down the bridge of my nose, on my cheekbones. So again, any parts of your face that the sun touches naturally. Because this is a beautiful glittery pink, it's a perfect undertone. And I apply some on my cupid's bow as well. So now let's do some magic mascara. Let's curl our eyelashes first using our eyelash curler. You should apply it for 5 seconds. I have a tendency to do it for 10 to 15 seconds. Now magic mascara time. Let's get out our gel and fibers. Love the open window because you can see how much product you use. Let's leave them both open. Now let's apply gel. Let's coat our entire lashes. Now if you notice they're a bit dry, get out your rose water. A few sprays on the brush and a few inside does the trick. Do not move the wand up and down the bottle as that will create air bubbles. Instead, swirl the wand inside the bottle to mix it all in together. Alright, let's do this again, and now look at the difference. So now the gel is applying much more easily, and let's make sure we coat our entire lashes because this is what's going to hold the fibers together. Now let's get some fibers and apply it at the end of our eyelashes to create beautiful length, sexy lashes. And now a trick, hair dryer. Set it on low setting. And what you're doing, you're getting rid of any loose fibers that may have fallen during the process. And it also binds the gel and the fibers together faster so that you can quickly go to the final step and seal it in with the gel. So now that it's dry, let's get our gel and let's seal those bad boys in. Great, so now let's go on to the other eye and apply the gel step. Make sure you coat your entire lashes because the gel is the glue that holds the fibers together. So you want to make sure all of your lashes are coated like you would regular mascara. And now quickly, fibers at the end of your eyelashes. Remember, fibers is for length, so there's no point in putting it on the base of the eyelashes, okay? It defeats the whole purpose. So you only apply the fibers at the very end of your eyelashes to create that beautiful length that you want. Now let's get out the hair dryer, set it on low setting. Let's get rid of any loose fibers that we may have gotten. Now I'm going to go get the Lash comb brow brush out. And using the comb side, I'm going to get rid of any clumps that I may have gotten from the mascara on my left. And now let's seal it back in with the gel. And now let's seal in the other side with the gel as well. And as you saw, I'm not going to use the lash comb on this side because I didn't have any clump issues. But it's good to know that should your mascara clump up, you can use your lash comb to clear it right back out. One last time with a hair dryer on low setting. Let's dry that gel. And now look at that flawless eyelashes. Alright, now it's time for some lips. Let's get out our lip BonBon and the color Red Velvet Cake, which is the very color. Our lip BonBons are very moisturizing, infused with 5 essential oils. Perfect for the colder months. Now I'm getting out my lip liner in the color Pouty, which is a beautiful nude color. I'm going to outline my lips first. And then we're going to fill it all in with that beautiful nude color. Just look at how beautiful and gorgeous that is. Now going back with the color Hopeful or cream eyeshadow, I'm going to dab a little bit on the center of my lips to create a highlight as well as an ombre lip. But the purpose of that is to create a pouty lip. Alright, so now let's put our hair down and let's take a look at this beautiful, flawless finish. Alright, so tell me what you girls think. Show me a thumbs up if you like what you saw, a heart if you're loving it, or a wow if you're just like, wow, that's really amazing. So again, the 3 that I used were Hopeful, Majestic, and Defiant to create this beautiful look. Be on the lookout for next Makeup Monday to see what 3 new splash colors I will be showing. Thank you as always for watching.